Good afternoon, Kachunga, my friends. Welcome to another show. This is Trev the Rev, live on feed. Trev the Rev, and I ain't no vicar. Well, would you believe I've gone on air, and for the first time, the first show has gone live with no problems at all. It's just gone live, no problems. It's brilliant when everything works to goes plan. That's all, folks. It's brilliant when things go to plan. Now, you all know I always like to start with something funny. Well, what's I discussed today? What's funny thing I want to do today? Well, let me tell you about something my dad did to me when I was a kid. It's something funny. Don't worry. Don't worry. Relax. It isn't scary. It's funny. Now, like most kids, when I was a kid, and I must have been about 9 or 10 when I was doing this. Like most kids, I should love running home, running upstairs into my bedroom, and fly into the air and land on the bed like a trampoline. Brilliant. My mum used to moan at me all the time. My dad used to go nuts at me doing this all the time. Day after day, I'd do this. I'd run home, run upstairs, whee, boing, boing, boing. Just love it. Until the day my dad decided to teach me a lesson. And yeah, let's just say you got a picture of this. My dad, my dad with the devious brain that I have, he decided to take all the springs off the bed and replaced it with wooden bolts. And honestly, I ran in, hey, ran in upstairs, woohoo, ran into the bedroom, woohoo, did a flying leap, and all you heard was a followed by a ow. Yeah, didn't do it again. I did not do that again. Honestly, even nowadays with my bed upstairs, I don't jump on that like a trampoline. It's yes, I go through it as well, and the floor, right in that. Ooh. So that's one little funny story from my past. I got many. I have many stories about my past, and I don't want to tell them all in one go. So I'll have a joke. I'll do a joke. Now, a warning here. This is a blonde girl joke. Three blonde girls. So bit warning. So be careful. If you don't want to hear it, I apologise, but it's a joke. Jokes are funny. I'm not being funny. It's funny. Three blonde girls on an island, desert island, and they're walking around. They're trying to get off this island to get back home. And as they're walking around the desert, they see a tip of a bottle in the sand. And they picked this bottle up because they were thirsty. They thought might be some liquid in it. And they picked this bottle up, put it to their lips, and there was sand there, so they polished it. And as they polished it, a genie came out. Oh, it just so happens they found a bottle with a genie inside. Typical joke rules. So yeah, they found this genie. Out it pops. It says, "I'll give you one wish, but you can't have one wish each." It says, "And you can't wish to go home." Okay, so the first girl thought about it, and she says, "I wish I was 20% more intelligent," she says, "so I can find a way home." So her hair turned red. But also she remembered she knew how to swim. She swam home. The second one thought about this, and she was like, "I wish I was 50% more intelligent so I can find a way home." Her hair turned black, with more hair than me, obviously. Hair turned black, and all of a sudden she thought, "There's trees on this island. You cut them all down, made a little raft, she sailed home." And asked me where she got the rope for the raft from. Can we come back with a silly question? I don't know. Just think of a way. But yeah, she made this raft and rode home. 2 seconds. Ross is playing with the curtains and making the light just a screen. Flashing up light on the side of the screen. And I'm getting distracted. Sorry, I do apologise. So yeah, so she put her hair black and she rode all the way home. The third one, much deep thought. She says, "I wish I was 100% more intelligent so I could find a way home." And she turned into a bloke and she crossed the bridge that was there. Oh, bud, how's that? Not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, I know. I'm going to get some complaints for that. I know. Hang on. It's a tumbleweed I see rolling across the screen. more than likely. Do you know, I have to do that. I'm going to have to get someone to do me a special effect, or I'll press a button all week goes across the screen. Don't you think that would be funny? Don't you think that would be funny? I do. But that's my warp mind, my warping mind. Well, that's the funny side. Funny side out the way. And today's stream, please excuse the noise in the background. Today's stream is a more serious one today. Definitely a more serious one today. On Wednesday last week, I put out this video on YouTube, and it's my thought on bullies, and not just like to do the complete against the bullies, because you know how I feel about people who bully. I disagree with it. It's not ever going to stop, but what they do is wrong. It shouldn't happen, but it does. Part of our genetic makeup, unfortunately, to push down the people who you do not know or don't have positive feelings towards them. On that, we don't, we just like knock them down. You think about it. If an alien turned us outside and went to our military people and said, "Hi, I'm from the planet Mars. I've come in peace. Please take me to your leader." Within 2 seconds, he'll be shot. It's our natural instinct to do that. Unfortunately, I do see it changing in time, but not yet. Now, after I put this video out, like I did on the Wednesday, I had some feedback, and the feedback came from a very old friend of mine. You wouldn't believe this guy was a friend, because he's actually one of the guys who used to bully me when I was at school. Now, when I say I was bullied, and I did say on Wednesday I didn't want to talk about my being bullied, but that was for Wednesdays. This is now a different kettle of fish, because it's a subject I feel needs to be discussed, and I'll explain how it's like for me. There's two types of bullying. There's a verbal and there's a physical. Now, I got both. And when I say I was bullied, it's not like the occasional kid at school. It was like pretty much the whole school. Now, this is no way against the school I went to, because the school itself did a fantastic job. It is very, very hard to deal with the bullying. But I said on the Wednesday video that I now look at that sort of thing and think, I don't look at it and say, "You bully, you're wrong," because that's the wrong way to deal with this sort of thing. It's more of, stop it. You need to find out why it happens. Why person A decides he wants to bully person B. And I said that on the video. I said sometimes it happens personally because maybe person A gets bullied at home by his parents, and he sees it as a norm, and then decides to bully someone at school because he thinks it's normal. Maybe that person sees other bullies at school and has this weird thought of, if I don't join in, they'll start on me. So I'll bully him, and they become a bully. Another third sort is a person could have problems themselves. Now, funny enough, when the chap, and I want to go any further, I want to give a shout out to all my mates at work. I'm not naming names purely because it might tell you who I'm talking about, but you do know what I'm doing. When you see this video, you'll know exactly who it is. I want to say a big shout out all my friends from Spawn School Toaster. Now, I use that word very, very, very honestly. You see, when I was at school, it's funny, when I was at school, my first, obviously I went to a primary school that was in a town, a little village called Blackboys in Sussex. And funny enough, I had no problems there at all, even though I had problems with me. This wasn't reflected to the time at school, and I feel I did great. I was okay. I wasn't doing well with lessons and stuff, but I was doing okay. Then I went to secondary school, and hello, someone's just joined there. I don't know who you are yet. Someone's watching. Hi Donna, how you doing, sweetheart? All right. So yeah, I went to I went to Ringmer. Ringmer was my first secondary school, and again, I had no problems there at all. I made quite a few friends there, and I'm not saying if I'd stayed there, I would have been fine, because you never know how it's going to go on. Um, Big thumbs up, Donna. Thank you very much for watching today, especially on the bank holiday. I know you got other things to do, especially with your kids. At the moment, yes, you are. At the moment, Donna. At the moment, you are my only audience member, but you never know. People may join later on. I wasn't expecting a lot of viewers today. Um, it's bank holiday. People don't know they're going to be out at the pubs and at the beach and stuff. So don't worry. I'm not upset. There's only one member here today. Hopefully, I'll get some more views later on the week. But as I say, Ringmer. So I did really well at Ringmer. I had friends there, and I do remember fondly that at one point there was a school holiday coming up where everyone was going to a theme park, I think it was. I'm keeping you complete. You're keeping me company during my science planning. What sort of science that's sweetheart? What science are you planning? You're not thinking about blowing up the school, are you? You know, or yeah. I'm sure you'll tell me in a minute. Hey, well, go for it, Donna. I'm sure I've got full faith in your science planning. So anyway, yeah, they were going on a school trip, and I believe Forces for 3 years old. What Star Wars forces? Force in Star Wars. And I say, I remember going on this. I was my name last to go on this trip, and Mum and Dad couldn't afford it. And I know this is an ongoing thing, but my mum and dad, they couldn't afford to pay out for it much at all. The force will definitely be the force will definitely be with them, Donna. I'm sure it will. Force, shout out to all those kids that been taught by Donna. I'm sure they'll do well. Yeah, so the trip was going on. My mum and dad couldn't afford to pay for it, and I was going to be left out. And all the parents of the kids that were going actually chipped in to pay for me to go. Now, unfortunately, as this happened, my mum and dad lost his job, and we moved to Towcester, or Greens Norton to be precise, just outside Towcester, and I had to change schools. And that's when things went downhill. I'm not going to be coming up my mouth. I do apologise. It's just where I am. It's easier for me to do that. You can see my lovely voice and the lovely smile and the wild hair. So yeah, we went to Towcester, and I went to another secondary school, which is called Spon School. Now, this is a good school. I can't say anything bad against the school itself, and I'll say to a point where many years later, my nephew passed away, and he went to that school. And I'll never forget when we went to his funeral and we passed the school, all the school kids were outside watching go by. And that is a moment I'll never forget. I'll never forget. So, no, I have no problems with the school. But unfortunately, that's where my problems went downhill because I got bullied something chronic by the kids at the school. Now, as I said earlier on, I did a shout out to all my friends at Spon School. I classify them as friends, even though, as I said, I got bullied. So why? Why would someone be friends with someone who bullied them? Well, the thing is, when I went to school there, and a lot of people don't know this, when I went to school there, I never enjoyed it. I didn't even want to go. I would have happily stayed at home. Honestly, the moment I left the house and got onto the school bus, the bullying started. By the time I even got to school, I was really a nervous wreck. As I said, I have my own problems. I've said very clearly that I'm empathic. That didn't help because at that age, I didn't know that. I didn't know that I was picking up the emotions from other people. It's funny, I look back and I realise it, and it does explain a lot. It explains a hell of a lot. As I said, I'm sort of sidetracking a little bit. I do apologise. I got bullied, so something correct at this school. My class was like, if you imagine you've got 3 sets of groups. Now, Donald will understand what I'm trying to say here because you'll understand. The 3 groups, you've got the mediums, super intelligent, and what I call the not so intelligent. And each group's got its own 3 tiers, above, medium, and so I was in the lower group. I was honestly in the lower group. And that group had 3 stages. You had above, not quite intelligent, and why are they here? Why are these kids here? Because they're at the bottom, scraping the barrel out of school. And I was in that group. So I can make a joke out of it because I was in that group. Now the problem is the rest of the class I was in, every single one, well, there's a couple there that weren't as bad, but they were bullies. And I mean, no disrespect to them. As I said, they're my friends now. I see them as friends. I actually went to a school reunion about 5 or 6 years ago, I think. I can't remember exactly when it was. I actually met these guys. I chatted to them on Facebook and stuff like that. I never actually went back and saw them. The geeks in between us and the children who haven't. I like it. That's definitely see whether you can see this on there or not. Right, before I get back to what I'm saying, let me introduce Donna to the stream. It's the first time she's actually watched me do a stream. She's a teacher, so she may have some understandings of what I'm trying to say. So, if you'd like to say your bit, Donna, I have no problem at all. So yeah, I was in this lower class, and all the kids that were, and I had a nightmare time there. I didn't really learn much at the school because how can you learn when every minute of the day you're being bullied? You don't. And I actually left school with no results. I've often found it because even now I find learning difficult. Funny, if I'm being shown how to do something physically and I actually do it, I learn it and I pick it up pretty quick. But if I try to take do an exam or something, I struggle. So that's always been my problem. Bullying didn't help, honestly. Bullying didn't help. But as I said, I want to talk about one of these guys in particular. Now, I said earlier on in the video that there's always reasons why it happens, and why do the bullies quit? Now, this guy I want to talk about. I never knew this. He contacted me after he watched the video I did on Wednesday, and I never knew what problems he had when he was younger. And the chat I've had with him since, he pretty much brought me to tears when I was going backward and forwards with him, because I've never spoke or been with a more, how can I put it, I don't get too much, but a more spiritual person who realizes what he did was wrong, and he spent the rest of his life making up for it. The thing is, when you realize what this guy had, the problem he had, I understand now why he done it. And I've told him on Messenger. I told him when I saw him up in Toaster, has my forgiveness for what happened in the past. I classify him as one of my close friends. I'll do anything for him. Honestly, the problem is we live miles apart, Toaster and here, miles apart. So it's not so easy to be there for him when time. But if he wants to talk to me a messenger, I'm there. He knows that. Now, this poor soul, he suffered from since he was born, from what I understand, or maybe just after he was born. He was born with a condition known as bipolar. Now, that is, it used to be known as manic depression, which is not a nice case to have with. It didn't help that he was misdiagnosed when he was a kid, and it didn't help him at all, and it made things worse for him. Bless him for what he went through. Now, for those who don't know what bipolar is, now, it's quite a common name. I mean, I'll admit it, when I heard what he had, I knew the name. I recognised the name straight away, but I didn't know exactly what it was. I did look into it. Now I put some notes to one side me, and I'll give a shout out to Peter at work because he's the one that advised me to do this, not just for this particular thing, but in general, because he noticed when I was doing a video with my top 10 videos or films, I was stalling a little bit because I went blank with names, and like I've just done now. I want to go back. I want to go back to what I say about the notes. So I'm going to the notes. 2 seconds. I apologise for just taking all this from air, but no, I'm fine, Ros. It's fine. Shout out to Ros, who's here as well. She's going to put the lighting on for me, but as you can see, it's fine. You can see me.
Hello.
And she just said hello. I apologise. A little bit of a distraction there. I do apologise. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying. As I was saying, he suffered from bipolar, which is it's known as manic depression. It's actually a mental disorder, which means he had a. Well, actually, Donna has just said, "Hey, gorgeous Ros." So she's got a hello. Would Ros like to say hello back to Donna? Give the roll wave. Go on, give the roll wave.
Hello, Donna.
And so yeah, he suffered from this mental disorder. Now, for those who don't know exactly what it is, I'll explain a little bit of it. I've taken some notes so I can go into it. Basically, it causes manic depression. And also, depending on the type, Donna's famous. Yeah, you're famous. You have to sign my autograph soon, Donna. Sign my autograph? I came out wrong. And so, yeah, it brings on manic depression and also brings on abnormal mood swings. Now, this explains why he did what he did to me. Because he would have been depressive when he went to school, and the only way he could deal with it is by lashing out at those that.
In that sort of days, it wasn't common to be heard of.
In that days, it wasn't common. It was unheard of, hence it being misdiagnosed. Now, there's more into this, and I haven't really got the time in this video to go majorly into this this thing that this poor lad suffered with. It's nowadays it's more recognised, and it's picked up. To go into this, there's various types of it as well. And the worst type, I did note, and I've been on point of doing this, is it can lead to self-harm, and at some point it can lead to actual trying to
Take them away. Commit suicide.
Commit suicide. And it was written down, and I was reading it because I realised I couldn't read my own writing. That's about typical for me. So it's something that it's a reason. And when I look back and I see what this kid did at school, I can understand it. I can fully understand it. And honestly, he has spent his whole life since trying to make up, to a point where him and a friend of his, I believe it's called his mates. I'm not going to mention names. It's not fair. Not that they're blessings. They've actually run a group for kids who get bullied at school themselves. And for me, that was the most sweetest thing they could have ever done. It's obviously it's their way of making up. Happened in the past. But it's one of those things that you'll never. You can't change the past. You can't change the things that you did in the past. All you can do is learn from it. And I did say that in the messenger. Everyone is human, and we all travel a journey in life, whether we're aware of it or not. We all travel our own journeys, and sometimes those journeys cross over with others, and you learn. For all the mistakes that have been made, I've always said, if you learn from that mistake, then there's nothing more you can do, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to learn, and I'm honoured. I'm really honoured that this bloke's journey's crossed with mine, because I believe we've learned off each other, and that's the main thing. I'm approaching the half hour now, but another 6 minutes, so I'm going to wind off on this subject. I'm sorry if someone watching this found this a bit quiet. My videos are normally a bit balmy, like blah, 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 balmy, a bit maddening. Next one's going to be more fun. I just felt I had to talk about this subject because it really does hit me just here. And really does. This video, when I put these streams out, there will be fun, there will be top tens, or whatever I like to do. And just time following the conversation that I had with my friend, I felt I had to discuss this. I'm sorry that there wasn't many people streaming today. Thank you, Donna. I appreciate what you just said.
Trevor, come on, you're getting stuck.
I'm pausing for effect. How's that? I'm pausing for effect. That's what I like to say. I'm not getting stuck. It's the subject that I talked about means that much to me, and it goes to show you should never judge someone by how you see them. You should judge someone by how you know them and how you know yourself. Because quite often, that's the biggest trick to learn from life, is to know yourself more than what you think you do. Now, it just come out from a spiritual side of life, because as the people knows, I'm learning to be a medium and I'm developing my spiritual side more and more and more and more. So I do look at things with a spiritual side now. And as I said, I see this poor bloke and what he's gone through. There was someone else at school who I found out a truth about that I didn't know. But can't talk about that one at the moment, because I need her blessing for that. I would like to contact more of my friends from school more, so we can actually talk much more about the subject. Please let me know what you thought of what I've said or what I've discussed, especially on this show, because I like to know what other people feel. I'm starting to go I'm like a motorbike now. And I honestly like to hear people's thoughts. So please leave me a message after this video telling me what you think. Now for the advertising, woo! If you enjoy this video, please like it. If you want to see more, subscribe, and if you want to be told when it's coming out, ring that bell. The more likes I get, the more subscribers I get, more things I can do. On that note, I'll say ta-ta. Kibble up, my friends. Till next time, this is Trev the Rev, and I ain't no vicar signing off. Bye-bye.